So we're here at Wichita North, and this is Dorcas, a senior, 19 years old, and originally from Congo.
Yes.
And she and her family ended up in South Africa when she was 12 years old, getting away from some tough times in Congo. And Dorcas has been really helpful to us, helping us understand that high school students really need a little help in processing what they're listening to, that learning to read and write aren't that difficult for all of the newcomer students, but it's the easier of the three. But listening and really processing what they're listening to can be pretty difficult. I asked Dorcas, do you like to be called a newcomer student or a refugee student? And she said either. And then what did I say after that?
Do you want to be called a student?
Do you just want to be called a student, right?
Yeah.
But as a student here at Wichita North High School, you have experienced a lot in your 19 years of life. And Dorcas, I know that we have students here in the United States that have been through really difficult things too with their families or their life. Difficulty exists everywhere. But in the United States, it's pretty safe to say that the students here haven't been in a war. They haven't had to flee from where they live because of politics or fighting or serious health epidemics or things like that. I've been a teacher for over 25 years, and I think it's really important for our teachers in our big schools and our little schools in the United States to understand that students like yourself that have come from another country like you have, like Congo, have experienced some real difficult moments in their life. And you sit in class here at the high school by students who haven't had to flee from danger or learn a new language just so they could live somewhere else and leave their home. Talk to me a little bit about what do you think teachers need to know about our newcomer students, our refugee students, just students like you?
I think teachers should know that it's important that they are speaking a little more different. Because for me, I learned that the teachers could impact the way you can learn a new language. Because me, I the teacher that I had in South Africa could come to my house even to talk to my father about how to improve my English, how to write it. And sometimes you even come in with a dictionary. Or at the time that my father was in South Africa, we didn't have a phone that time. So he would come with a phone and then translate whatever I want to say to me to his phone and then say it in Swahili. I thought that was fun, but it helped me at that time.
Okay. And do you think it's important for your teachers here at the school to develop a friendly relationship with you and know about your life? Is that important to you?
And they need to encourage that teacher still want me to improve in this or that. Then we inspire ourselves, let's go to school because that teacher is still waiting for us.
Okay, so you're motivated by a teacher who cares about you. Why do you think that is?
It's because I also had a teacher who would come to my house and say, Dorcas, you can do this. Dorcas, you can learn this language because you have learned 5 more in the road to get here, so you can still learn this language.
You know, I also think I'll add to that because we're human beings, right?
Yeah.
And we aren't all just work. People are relational. People need to care about other people, and people need to know they're cared about.
Yes.
Do you think refugee students need to know that more than other students?
Oh yeah.
Why?
It's because like we need like motivation, because for me, I remember the teacher that I met at where I was going to apply for school. She's still my friend even now. I never wanted to go to school in the United States, but she like went there and tell me, Dorcas, you still need to go to school. You're still young. Even today, whenever she sees me, she reminds me of everything that I told her on the first day. So
That's really nice. You know, I have students that I've had for 25 years that I've stayed in touch with, or that I know that crossing paths with me in their life, or them being in my life, changed both of us for the better. Do you ever... So I think what I'm curious about is, did the experiences you had in Congo and South Africa, the difficult experiences there, do they ever bubble to the surface of your memories here? Do you ever have a day when you remember too much?
Oh yeah.
How do you pull out of that and smile again?
Oh, I'll just go to my mama and tell me, do you remember the things that I went through in South Africa? Oh yeah, someday I will go there in South Africa and show them what I've made out of myself, or help some of the students that they are there, refugees, and help them to pass through whatever I just went through.
I think that's an important thing too about being a human being, is that we pass on what we've learned, and we help those that come behind us. Yeah. All right. I'm glad you shared your story with us.